Hi guys, this is Jake here, and welcome to our first Miscellany Monday, where we cover miscellaneous items other than cutting edges. So we're going to look at something today that maybe still cuts. It cuts through the dark. I'm talking about a flashlight. A flashlight is a very useful EDC item. It's also useful in a lot of other ways. I'm doing Miscellany Mondays because I'm interested in more than just knives, and I want to cover other things. I'm not bored with doing knives. I'm still going to do knife reviews. It's going to be my mainstay. It'll always be my mainstay for this channel. I'm interested in more than just knives, and I want to share some of those interests with you guys. And I'm sure you guys are not mono interest people as well. You've got interests in a wide variety of things as well. And I want to cover all kinds of different things for all kinds of different reasons. Today, we're going to look at a small EDC style flashlight. This one comes from GearBest. The brand is OnTheRoad OTR. It'll be a review of this. I'll put the details in the description below. This particular knife, see, I'm all the way into knives. This particular flashlight is OnTheRoad brand, and I'd like to share it with you guys today because it's something that, I carry a light with me most times. A few times when I've needed a light, I haven't had it with me. And so the importance of a flashlight is very important. Did I say knife again? I'm going to try hard to say this the right way. And I used to go with cheap flashlights. I've been buying cheap flashlights for a while, and it's just not worth it. They wear out quicker. They don't last. They're not water resistant like they say they are. They don't produce as much light as they claim to do. They're bulky and heavy, and they're cumbersome, and the quality's not there. So I got this light. It comes in a nice neoprene sleeve that you can carry it in, like if you're going camping and you want to store it in something where it's not going to get banged around and dinged around. This nice plain brown packaging that it comes in. It also comes with a US cable, US-Canada type cable. You get the charger with it. You get the battery with it. You get the neoprene bag. And of course you get the light. And you get a good quality clip, and that clip will work on the brim of a hat. It'll work in your pocket. It'll work in a lot of ways. The button is not on the heel of the light. It's on the side right there. And if you are interested at all, if you're still watching, I'm sure you want to get to know some more of the details of this little light. So stick around and we'll do a tabletop review. Let's just talk about a few things and put those things to the side. First off, this little baggie, I like it. I like how it cinches closed. It's not a waterproof baggie. You can get water in there, no problem, but it's a nice protection for your flashlight if you want it. I do like, you've got about 1.5 feet of cable for your charging. You don't really need much more for most things. Not a problem. That's good. You get a good charger that comes with it. The battery that you need to use with this flashlight, and one comes with it, a good one comes with it, is size 16340. So it'd be good if you don't have any other batteries to get a spare battery for this light. I always like to have spare batteries for my lights. And so here's what the battery looks like. It is, if you can see right there, a little over 3 centimeters long. That is about 1.25 inches long. It's about 1/2 inch thick this way, which means it's about 1.5 centimeters, 1.3 centimeters thick that way. That gives you a little bit an idea of the dimensions of it. You can see right there, 700 milliamp hours, 3.7 volts. That's how you can get some good light out of these things. Close it up in here. One thing I can show you on this, it's got a magnet on the back. So I've just got a pair of scissors here, and it can hang on. So you can stick it on your car, you open your hood and you need to do some work. It'll sit there and light your way for working on your car, changing whatever. So you've got your magnetism there. Good thing. You've got this clip. The clip is really good. You can remove the clip if you need to. Just pull on it like that, and it's one of those removable clips. That clip will not accidentally come off. It takes a fair bit of force to take it off. But you then have the option to put it on either way, whichever way you want this clip to face. That way or that way. Basically, the way it comes from the factory is this way, so that you can clip it onto the bill of your hat and still have it flash out. That's how I use it. I take my dog out in the morning. Where we live in Canada, during the winter time especially, especially the core dead of winter, it's dark until close to 9 a.m., 8:30 a.m. or whatever. And you need to take your dog out and you need some light. And this is a good way to give yourself some light, not only for yourself, but so other people can see you. Around the world, it's dangerous to walk when it's dark, especially if there's vehicles around. I never used to think about it, but lately, I hear, there's 1,000 people in Alberta that get struck by vehicles every year. That's 3 a day. Alberta's not that big. So I like to have a light on so that other people can see me. That's even if it is dusk and dawn already, the sun's already coming out and I can see just fine. I want other people to see me. And there's some light modes from this flashlight that I really like that are good for other people to see me. Let's talk more about the details on the chassis of this thing. The knurling on here is nice for some good grip so that when you're grabbing it, it's not going to come out of your hand easily. It's aluminum, so it's cut out from one big chunk of aluminum, most of the body, easy to hold. That is also the heat sink. So when you're in the ultra brightest mode, this thing will get hot. It's dissipating the heat from the light. From that one little LED, 620 lumens makes this thing get pretty hot pretty quick. So if you're using that ultra bright mode, this is going to get a little warm to the touch. And it will automatically come down in its brightness when it's been at that highest mode for too long. I think it's 10 minutes or so. I'm not sure what the exact amount of minutes is, but it will tone down just to save itself from burning out. It's a nice tactile button, nice soft rubber, works really well. Easy to, you can do your single click, double click, triple click to do different functions. The light in here is broad beam. I think it's about 22 degrees or 25 degrees that it casts out. The distance that it'll beam is about 130 meters effectively. And it's got a waterproof rating, IPX-8, which means it's a 2-meter waterproof rating. So that means you drop it in a puddle or whatever, and it's going to be safe. You drop it accidentally into your toilet or whatever. I'm not fishing it out for you. Do that yourself. But it should handle that just fine. Let's go through the different modes of how it works. Well, if you just press once, if you press and hold, it'll turn on to the low mode. That's the 5 lumens. It's really hard to show flashlights on a video like this because your camera, almost all these digital cameras, they'll adjust to the light input. So you can't really tell how much light's coming out. You just have to trust the reviewer. You pick up your flashlight and you want to use it. Most people, if you need to use it in emergency, you're going to want the brightest mode right away. The quickest way to do that is the double click gets you to the big brightness mode. If you want the strobe mode, that's for security. So say some guy come up to you and he wants to hurt you or whatever. You shine a strobe in his face, he'll be totally disoriented. You hold the flashlight in your hand way off to your side. You stretch your arm out to your side and you keep it in his face and you move off to the side. And if he strikes at the light, chances are he's going to be striking at air. It's just a way to protect yourself. You just put your arm far away and the light pointed right at his face. A double click puts it into the brightest mode. Let's get to the strobe mode, and then I'll show you how to get to the signal mode and then to SOS mode. So triple click to strobe, and you're strobing, and then you click again, and it goes to signal mode. See how it's flashing once a second? You can do that for an awful long time. I don't see a designation for how long it is, but it's using very little power because it's just on for a fraction of a second once a second. And if you tap the button one more time, now it's going to do SOS. So for safety, those are the main things to learn. Now, it does say 920 right there, which is what GearBest says is the highest lumen mode. That's the ultra brightest mode, and it can only do that for a short period of time because the battery will get too hot and the LED probably will get too hot. But for a very short time, if you need that brightness, you've got that brightness. So we're looking at almost 1,000 lumens out of this tiny little package. I've got a large size hand, and look how small it is in my hand. 2 3/4 inches. Just a small little light, not even an inch in diameter. 2.1 ounces, 59 grams. So it's not adding an awful lot. Oh, sorry about the noise there. So it's not adding an awful lot to your EDC carry. I do like a small light. I'll show you what I was carrying with. I have been carrying lights like this in the past, and much less lumens. It says it's got a CREE Q5 bulb in it. I can't be totally sure. It has an adjustment for the throw on here, and you just turn it on and off, and it's a basic simple light. And it's decent. It's cool, but it's not. It doesn't meet all of my needs, and so I found a light like this just wasn't enough. I got the pouch separately. I really like this pouch. Got a belt clip. You can put your belt on there, or you can hang it from your pouch or whatever. This is an ultra fire pouch, so if you're looking for a pouch like this, there you go. It's a flashlight that I recommend. What kinds of things would you like to see on Miscellany Monday? Would you like to see some more flashlights? I'll tell you what else I've got planned in the short term. I'm going to be doing a video about my little USB microscope that I'm used to take some close-up of some of my knives. I'll do a review of that. I'm going to do a video of a Wi-Fi security camera from Xiaomi. It's actually all in Chinese and stuff, so I guess just have to do a little bit of translating work to get that video ready. So that's 3 different things already. And I'm going to cover tactical pens. I'll do a couple of those that I've got in the works. Kinds of things that the average guy is interested in. Even a knife guy is interested in some of these other things. And I'll try to cover some of those types of items. Hopefully you're interested in some of them. I will still do my knife reviews I'll do my Wii Wednesdays. Sundays will always be my big knife Sunday. I almost always do videos of a knife on a Friday, usually on Saturday as well. So there's still going to be 3 to 4 knife videos every week. So I'm not trying to stop doing knife videos. Hopefully that rumor doesn't get started. I just also want to do some other kind of videos of other types of things that interest me, that I want to share with you, because just like you, my life is a little more complex than just one area of interest. Okay, guys, after you've hit like and subscribe and share, remember, always cut towards your chum and not your thumb, because you do have your knife with you, don't you? I hope so.